Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Those of you who have been following me regularly know that a little bit of my content on the channel has changed. I've been at home and basically I've been teaching from home, so a lot of my classes are now available online. I've actually created a playlist for all those of you who are also stuck at home and who still want to continue practicing yoga. If you are into health and fitness and yoga, you do want to subscribe to my channel and you don't want to miss a single video that I make. And today I wanted to look at Ardhachandrasana. Now, those of you who are new to yoga, Ardhachandrasana is actually the half moon posture. It is a balancing posture, but also requires a lot of strength. So I just wanted to show you the asana, and I've actually included this asana in my book Beyond Asanas. So here is the Ardhachandrasana from the book. As you can see, it's a balancing posture, and it requires a little bit of flexibility also. And so I'm going to start with the benefits of the Ardhachandrasana, and this is directly from the book. It strengthens the legs, spine and the abdomen. It helps in reducing digestive problems, backache and sciatica. It's great for stress relief, which is what we all need right now. It improves your balance and your concentration. So today we're going to look at how you can do the asana using some props and doing it properly. I feel that initially most students focus on how to balance in the asana and then they forget about the rest of the posture. And unless you do the posture properly, you're not going to get the benefits. The key is to practice the asanas properly with proper alignment. So what I'm going to use today is a wall, that wall right there, and then I'm going to use a chair and I'm going to use a block. And these are the only things that you need. If you don't have a block, if you don't have a chair, my stool is right here. You could actually use a small stool. You could use a thick, fat book. You could get creative with what you have around the house. Let me show you a few ways in which you can improve your Ardhachandrasana. So let's get on the mat. So I'd like to begin by demonstrating the classical posture, which means the posture without any props. Now this is just a demonstration. This is not what I suggest everybody should do in their daily practice. In fact, in my own daily practice, I use all the props that I have here. So we stand in the Trikonasana. Now for Trikonasana, you can actually refer to one of my previous videos. Let's take the right leg out, take the hands up, out to the side, and I'm going to bend towards the Trikonasana. And now from here, I'm going to bend the right leg, extend my hand out, one foot in front and in back so that the hand is diagonally across from the foot, and then take the back leg up and then take the other hand up also. And you can see my hip is open. I can even take the leg further up, but I don't want to. I want to keep the leg parallel to the floor. My hip is open, my chest is open. I'm making an effort to lengthen the sides of my body, and then you can look up. Look up at the fingers of your left hand. And for those of you who cannot balance, you should look down. The gaze is very important when it comes to balance. Now you're going to bend the right leg, place the leg on the floor, and you're going to come into Trikonasana again and then come up. The first major problem that people have when they practice the Ardhachandrasana is that they're unable to open the chest. So the best thing for that is actually to increase the height. This problem basically happens because you're trying to reach down, to the floor, and in that process you end up curving the back. So to prevent that, you want to use something under your hand so that you can lift the entire posture up. So something like this. So let's say I'm going to show you what the problem is. So let's say you first come into your Trikonasana, bend the leg, and then I'm not going to use the block, and I'm here. And let's say that my flexibility, I don't have enough flexibility, and I'm still trying to reach down. So what's going to happen is I'm going to come down like this and lift the hand up. And I've seen this happening to a lot of my students. And this is because there's like very little flexibility in the back and in the hip joint, very little mobility. So if you are having this, if this is your challenge, all you want to do is increase the height that you rest your hand on. And with this, you can see the posture becomes a lot more aligned. So you can actually trace the line of my spine actually parallel to the floor, and my leg is also parallel to the floor. Arms are in one straight line, and this is like a perfect Ardhachandrasana. And then to come out of this, you'll do the same thing. You'll bend the leg, come into your Trikonasana, and come up. So that's one way of using the block. Now, for those of you who don't have a block, but you have like a chair or a bench or something, this is even better. So I'm going to do it on the left side now, demonstrate on the left side. So once again, take the hands up, out to the side, come into like a mini Trikonasana, then bend your elbow, and this time instead of resting the hand on the floor, you're going to actually rest your elbow, your stool or your chair, and then lift the leg up. Try to open the hips. Now to come out, you're going to bend that leg, come into Trikonasana, and then come up again. So in this demonstration, you may have noticed that my leg, which was raised, has a tendency to come down. Now that is also a very common problem, when it comes to the Ardhachandrasana. So to do that, what you want to do is use a wall. So I'm going to demonstrate again on the left side because I want you to see how you can use the wall. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure about a leg's distance away from the wall and place my foot there. Then I'm going to place this block about 1 foot's length forward and 1 foot's length to the back of my left leg. And I'm going to balance my hand on that block and then lift the right leg up. Make sure the toes are pointed forward. And now here, because I'm pushing this leg into the wall, it ensures that my leg is always engaged. So I'm unable to drop it. It cultivates strength on the thighs so that you can even then open the hip up even more. Because you have an anchor now. You have something supporting your leg so that it doesn't fall down, doesn't sag down actually. And then you lift the other hand up. One more problem that people have is not being able to open the hips enough. And what I always suggest for that is that you use a wall behind you. So I'm basically going to come up into the Ardhachandrasana using a block, and I'm going to try to remain like flat against the wall, which means my butt should be flat against the wall. My shoulders, the back of my shoulders, shoulder blades, arms, everything should be flat against the wall. So let me just demonstrate. So I'm going to take a block, and I'm going to start with like standing flat against this wall. And my butt is touching the wall, my heels are touching the wall, shoulders are also touching the wall. Then I'm going to turn the right leg out, like as though I was going to do Trikonasana, and I'm going to place the block right against the wall. And then I'm going to lift this leg up and then extend the hands, the other hand up also. And here, everybody can do that little bit of extra work to push the hips against the wall, to get both buttocks against the wall and to open up the chest also. And then you can push the side of the face against the wall and really get that nose pointing up to the ceiling. Remember, the toes of the lifted leg, the raised leg, should be pointing forward. And then to come down, you want to bend the front leg and come down. So these are a few ways that you can actually use the props that you have around the house. There are so many different ways of practicing the Ardhachandrasana. You could do it against a sofa. You could actually use the back of the chair also to rest your foot. There are so many different ways of practicing the Ardhachandrasana, or any yogasana for that matter. You just have to be creative. So I hope that really helped. I know when I started practicing the Ardhachandrasana, it was a challenge. My teacher had to literally keep opening and aligning my hips. I know not everybody has the luxury of going to a teacher. I know not everybody has the luxury of affording yoga classes. If you do have any questions, please leave a comment. I will get back to you. So I hope this video was useful to you, and if it was, give me a like, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.